We should be starting soon. Yes. Okay. Let's start. So, good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to our session for today. And this session is for audit and assurance. So, we'll be doing more of interaction, mainly is an engagement, get to know you, and also you get to know me. So I'll be making room for you to ask questions as and when. So once again, you are welcome, and then thanks for joining Duke Williams and also to study your ACCA with us. So let's start with the introduction. My full name is Adam Agbate, and I'm your tutor for audit and assurance. I'll be your guide throughout the semester to prepare you for the exams. And I'm looking forward to an engaging and intense semester with you. So I'll be taking turns so you introduce yourselves. So you let us know your full name, where you work, your location, as in where you are studying from, and your expectations for the paper, then also your commitment. So briefly, let me start with Happy. And if possible, please turn on your camera so we can see you, if possible.
Hey.
Yeah, that's if possible. You can turn on your
Yeah.
camera.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good
My name
afternoon.
is Happy Mausekra. I work with Edric Limited, and I'm in Tamale.
Okay.
My
Okay, that's
expectation
good.
for this paper is I want to pass, so I would really work hard for it.
Great, great. That's good to hear. So, Happy, thank you for joining all the way from Tamale, and we are happy to have you study with us.
Thank you too.
Yeah. So you can turn off your camera now and your audio on mute, please. Yeah. Thank you. So next person, Mami Abba. That's the name I see. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And
Is
please,
it
my name
possible
is
you can
Mami.
share your?
Hello.
Is it possible you can share your camera with us?
Wow. Oh, unfortunately, no today.
That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please, my name is Mami Abba Ahin. I'm in Takrady, and I work with Ghana Audit Service.
Okay.
Thank you.
What are your expectations and your commitment for June?
Oh, I hope to pass the paper at my first sitting, so I would commit much time to learning.
Good. That's good to hear. All right. I have Khadijatu. Khadijatu. Yeah. Let's hear from you. Hello, Khadijatu. Are you available to introduce yourself?
Hello. Good
Yes.
afternoon. My name is
afternoon.
Khadijatu Kamara. I'm from Sierra Leone. I worked at the Bank of Sierra Leone, the Central Bank of Sierra Leone, at the Internal Audit Department.
Okay.
Now, undertaking this course and this particular paper is a big challenge for me because working in the Internal Audit Department is like I'm having the practical experience. So that alone has motivated me that I should go all out to pass this paper at all costs by the grace of God. And I'm expecting that I will pass through my commitment and be following up with what my tutor will tell me to do.
Great, great. That's very refreshing to hear. So good to have you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah. Thank you. Edward, yes, Edward. Let's hear from you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
My name
yeah,
is
Edward.
Edward Siao. I work with Schulte Maritime Services Ghana Limited. We're in the maritime industry.
Okay.
I hope to pass this paper at a sitting, like the other said. So I shall put in all I can. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Edward, and good to have you study with us.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn. Yes, you can turn it off now. Yeah. Great, great. Thank you. Benedict. Hello, Benedict. Okay, so Collins.
Hello.
Oh, Benedict, are you available? Yeah, then talk to
I
us.
am.
Yeah.
I am.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon to
Good
everybody.
afternoon.
Okay, so my name is Benedict Broom, and I work with Ghana Gas, and then this paper actually has been a bother for me because it will be my third time writing it, but I've not been consistent with the years. After I failed the first and second ones, it took, I think, me, aback. And so I just decided to hold on to the paper. But now I want to really, continue and then move on, pass, and then even better yet, get to the third level. So yeah,
Great.
I'm hoping that this sitting or this meeting we are going to have in the past in the going 6 weeks, I'm hoping to make it worth my while because this paper has really tormented me. So yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Benedict, you are in good hands, and that I can assure you. And the rest of it is for you to follow my guide and do some work, and you should pass the exam.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Collins, let's hear from you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Collins Bill.
Hello.
I'm looking to just follow your guidance. Adam, I was with you in the previous FR, so I know what to expect. The rest is for me, and in fact, for all of us to invest our time and energy in it. I know that if I follow that, everything's going to be good. By the way, I work for Teacher Enterprise Limited. We are into agric, so sustainability. Hopefully, audit and assurance will help us get to where we want to go. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Collins, and good to hear from you again. The next person, Ebenezer. Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Ebenezer.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
My name is Eben. And what I see.
Eben, I'm often okay. Yeah, your video is showing now. Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as I said, my name is Ebenezer, and I'm self-employed. And what I seek to achieve from this course is to really understand the audit very well and its practicality to be able to apply it as and when I start to do other audit work. Thank you.
Great, great. That's very good. So good to have you. The next person I see, Abdul Razak.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Razak.
Hi, Edema. So, my name is Abdul Razak. I work with SLB. We are a service company in the oil and gas industry. This will be my second time, my second attempt. I'm writing AA. I wrote the first one in 2008 when I was with Standard Chartered Bank. I wrote it with tax, right? Even though I didn't have time to study, right? I felt that the tax was okay. I should have passed the tax, but I had like 48. So that actually discouraged me. So I haven't done it again until recently. I felt that, I mean, it's something that I should have, and I should go back again. So this is going to be my second attempt after the first one, which was in 2008. I hope with your guidance and your help, I should be able to make it. I was actually supposed to join the FR session, but I couldn't because I was traveling. I hope I will get the recordings in the WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes. The
Yes.
recording will be available on the main portal. So as and when it's available, the admin will post a notice. So you'll get to watch again.
All right, thank you. So in brief, this is who I am. Thanks, and I want to say hi to everyone on the group. Hope to meet you guys face to face. I mean, put some, see you, and then probably we could continue. I mean, continue from there. Thanks very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Abdul Razak, and good to have you study with us. And we hope that your coming back would be very, very engaging. Like you said, for us as Duke Williams, that is what we offer. We offer excellence, and once you commit yourself to follow all our guide, you will definitely be able to pass the exam. All right. I think I've seen another name. Is it Adam? Yes, Adam.
Hello.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm Adam Achiremu, and I work with National Health Insurance as a monitoring evaluation officer at the Northern Regional Office. So actually, I'm joining this from Tamale, joining the link from Tamale, all the way from Tamale. Yes.
Great.
Yes, and yeah, and I think this is my second writing AA. I wrote it in 2018. Yes, and I paused a bit. Yes, and this is my second time taking it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm looking forward to, all of you. Those saying you are taking it for the second time, and then you coming back. You would enjoy that coming back because for us, I said that to Williams, I would say we offer the best in terms of our South region, and all you need to know is the guide that we give. And once you follow our guide, everything will fall in place. So thanks for joining us, Adam.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Next person, Ivan. Hello, Ivan. Okay, if Ivan is not ready, Fatumata, please, let's hear from you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Fatu.
Hello, Mr. Adam. I think this is my second time attending your class. I started the lectures for the March exams, but then I had to postpone it because I had another paper to resit. Also, this will be my second time to sit for audit, and I am hoping to make it this time around. I am all the way from Gambia to Ghana to study the ACCA.
Great, great,
Yeah.
great, great. So good to have you, Fatumata, and I'm sure most of your Gambia colleagues have shared good experiences with you. It's not easy.
Yes,
It's not easy, but
yeah.
but you'll be able to make it. So thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Ivan, can you hear from you now? Okay, how about Pepra? I see another name, Pepra.
Hello, please can you hear me?
Yes.
Please, I just joined. I joined not too long ago, but I'm not sure what you
Okay,
guys
so okay. So we are just introducing ourselves. I've introduced myself. My full name is Adam Bate, and your tutor for audit and assurance. So you just have to tell us your full name, where you are studying us from, your place of work, your commitment for the June sitting, and your expectations.
Okay, so my name is Abigail Papa.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my first time joining like Duke Williams, and
okay.
I hope that this audit and assurance paper goes well. Just yeah, basically that's it. Oh, sorry, I work with Vihama Energy. So
Okay.
basically that's it.
So where are you joining us from?
Please, I'm at Cantonment.
Okay, that's fine. So it means you're in a crowd. Great. So good to have all of you, and I'm going to stop my video for now so I can share my slide with you. All right, please confirm if you can see my screen. Hello, I need you to confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Great. All right. So overview, we want to look at a few points to start our studies. Introduction, maintaining consistency and discipline. How to get the best out of your online studies, assignments, progress report, formation of study groups, which is very important. And we advise you to do that. Then I'll go on to look at the audit and assurance specific areas. Then I'll also share with you the ACCA support resources available. Then the June exam entry deadline. Then there's another event that we have. We call it ACCA Result What Next, which often happens after the exam results have been released. So in brief, this is what we'll cover. We've done the introduction, so let's move on to the next one. Sorry, I'm getting a feedback. Please, if your audio is on, please put it on mute for me. Thank you. Maintaining consistency and discipline in your studies. How can we achieve this? You need to have a personal timetable. This timetable you can develop from the lecture sequence that you'll be provided with. I'll post the lecture sequence tomorrow evening for week 1. And the portal, the videos have been structured into weeks. So the week 1, you have a list of topics to cover and the videos to watch. That is what you get on the lecture sequence. And what it means is that from Monday to Friday or to the Saturday or Sunday, you need to divide the number of weeks, so number of videos by the number of days and know how many videos you are to watch per day. So if you have 6 days and we have 12 videos, it means that each day 2 videos. Now, on average, the videos should be about an hour and a half. So that should tell you that at least you need to spend an hour a day to study. And this hour a day, I mean from Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. Now, I say this so that the weekend can be used to revise some of the topics you covered during the week. You also need to get your books, your workbook, and your revision kit. If you have not bought it yet, please contact the admin to get the books. Most of the questions are in the revision kit. You reference it on the lecture sequence for you to practice. So there is this concern we have had over the period where students always complain about their work, taking their time, and they are not making the time to study. Yes, we know how difficult it is. We understand your problem. But you still want to qualify. And many of you have expressed that desire and the commitment or expectation. You want to pass. So how can you pass the exam? You need to plan. Plan the time you study. And I've shared on other sessions that the ACCA journey should be seen as a big project. It should be seen as a huge investment you are making. Just as you dedicate time for work, just as you dedicate time for family and friends, make sure you dedicate time for the ACCA. Now, you know your schedules, and you can better plan your schedules. And I have suggested that if you are able to know your activities where you have listed them from morning to evening, and you have 24 hours. Yes, work will take a lot of the time, big chunk of the time. The same way sleep will also take some. If it means, I'm repeating, if it means reducing your sleep, please do. So you can get this qualification. And this is a prestigious qualification, which is worth every effort. It is worth everything you are putting to acquire it. So, on a daily basis, if it is the morning that you study before work starts, or some will prefer to wake up at dawn and study before going to work. If it is after work that you stay for an hour or two and study before going home, you must do that. If you are a late person and you want to maybe study maybe from 10 or 11, if you can, you know yourself, you know what your body can absorb. If you can, please do that. And this must be daily from now till you write the exam. That is the consistency we mean. The exam is not written such that you study for only 2 weeks or 1 week and expect to go and pass the exam. The exam is structured for those who have consistently studied, for those who have been able to discipline themselves and acquire good knowledge. Because the exam is all about application of knowledge, and the AA exam, you must apply a lot of knowledge to the questions. So please, let's put under the table the excuses that we don't have time. You can make the time if you want to. All right. How do you get the best out of your online studies? This is a new phenomenon. We know it is requiring you to shift from your comfort zone, where you have your normal classroom teaching sessions. Now, for me as a tutor, if you give me the option between face-to-face or classroom and online, I'll take the online. And this is why. As a tutor, I'm able to teach more details when I'm recording a video for my students. Unlike a face-to-face session where the time is so short, I must deliver a lot of the concept within a very short period. I'll have to rush it. And once the session ends, it means you have to depend on your memory to remember and recover all that I have taught. But for the online, you can go back and watch the video as many times as you can. There's no restriction on our video in terms of number of times you can watch them. You can even pause the video and come back to it later to still be waiting for you. All it requires is your discipline to sit down and watch the videos and get the knowledge so you can solve questions. My guide in watching the videos is that have a clear objectives for each video you want to watch. And these objectives, you can get them from the syllabus study guide. So when you pick the AA syllabus, the study guide for each of these topics, there are some questions or learning outcomes there. You can pick it from there. And that should guide you when you watch the videos. So after watching the video, you ask yourself if you are able to answer those questions. And whilst you're watching the video, you can pause and take notes. And you might have seen that in the videos, I do a lot of writing. You can do same. Then you can mind map or summarize the notes in points or bullet points. And this is going to help you whilst you are revising. Very, very important. Now, in terms of the objectives, I want to give you an example on how to go about it. If you take the concept of audit and assurance, one of the areas you would cover is what an external audit is. And another area you cover is to know the objective of external audit, or to know the objective of the independent auditor. Now, let me pick on the last one. The objective of the independent auditor is very significant and important to our studies. So if you have watched the video on the objective of the independent auditor, you should be able to explain what it means. Now, there are auditing standards which provide guidance on what the independent auditor's objective is. And I'll try to summarize that for you. Now, the auditing standard, we call it International Standards on Auditing, ISA. The details is that the independent auditor's objective, as far as the audit is concerned, is to obtain reasonable assurance as to whether the financial statement as a whole are true and fair, or so to speak, are free from material misstatements. And that these material misstatements are not due to fraud or error. And also to report that the financial statement have been prepared in accordance with applicable financial reporting framework. Now, what I'm saying, it might sound a lot to you, but in terms of breakdown, all he's saying is that there are three things to pick from this. The objective of the independent auditor is to obtain reasonable assurance. And we would be looking at what reasonable assurance is. It's another concept we must understand. So the independent auditor set out to obtain reasonable assurance. About what? The financial statement. So the second issue is that this financial statement, is it free from material misstatement? And that this material misstatement is not caused by error or fraud. That's the second aspect. And then the third aspect is that the auditor would provide assurance that indeed the client or the company, they have prepared a financial statement in compliance with standard, or what we call applicable financial reporting framework. So after watching the video, you should be able to summarize what the independent auditor's objective is. If you're not able to do this, that means that you go back and watch the video. Reflect on what you have watched. That way, you can keep it to memory. Okay. Assignment. For us, Duke Williams, assignments are compulsory and you must do them. So we issue assignment for the weeks as we progress, and we'll give you notice to that effect. Now, these assignments are going to be part of your progress report. And one advantage of the assignment is that because they are delivered on the practice platform, it gives you the opportunity to practice questions live on the exam environment. It also helps to improve your time management because assignments are timed. And also, I will mark these assignments and give you feedback. So clearly, you can see your strengths. You can see what you are doing well at, then where your weaknesses are. Then you improve. The only problem is that if you don't study, how can you do the assignments? How can you get feedback? How can you know your progress? Because if you are learning, you are getting the knowledge without practicing the question, you are not preparing for the exam. It's like going to war without a weapon. You'll be slaughtered. So it is two-way you look at it. You acquire the knowledge, you practice with the knowledge. So the two must go together. All right. Progress report. We issue progress report subsequently, and it will be via email to you. And where there are significant concerns, your tutor will give you a phone call, or I will give you a phone call. That's where I see that you have significant deficiencies. Be that you have not watched the videos, you have not done this assignment, you have not attended the live sessions and so on. The report also can be sent to your employers, especially where you are sponsored. The employers come back to ask for your progress. on the course or on the ACCA. So we get to issue these progress reports. Then again, in the future where you ask us to provide you with reference or recommendations, we'll have to go and follow on the report, your progress report, before we can issue with the references. And if your progress report is empty, know that we cannot issue with the reference that you need. So please ensure that we put in the work, we follow all our activities to the end. Study groups, we encourage you to form online study groups. So you form the groups and then you can meet online, maybe via Microsoft Teams or any other platform you want to use. You engage on these online group meetings to discuss topics that we have covered maybe in a week, to share knowledge, and then also to network among yourselves. And you see, it's a professional qualification and you need to network. And the only way you can do that is when you get to interact with your colleagues. So please, let's take note. This slide is very important. Please, we would have a face-to-face session, and this is going to be on the 2nd of April, just 2 weeks away. Please put this date on your calendar, and the session will be at our Mamprobi campus. It's going to be on a Sunday. It will be from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hello, I'm getting a feedback. Kindly put your audio on mute. Thank you. So our face-to-face session will be on the 2nd of April. Please mark it on your calendar. Now, those of you outside Ghana, from Gambia, from Sierra Leone, maybe any other country, don't worry, you don't need to come down. I would arrange with you through the admin how you can benefit from this session. So that's it. Now, AA specific concerns. The AA exam can be challenging. I've always said this, that any ACCA exam is challenging. Any of the exams or papers is challenging. But you can pass. And many have passed and gone on to qualify. So you can do same. It requires your attention. It requires your commitment. It requires your discipline, your sacrifice. Areas to look out for in the audit and assurance, we have ethics. So there will be questions on ethics as a topic. And you need to understand the 5 fundamental ethical principles that as auditors we must comply with. Then under what conditions the auditor will be tempted to compromise on these principles, which we call threats. So they are threats to compliance with the fundamental principles. So there are quite a number of the threats: self-review, self-interest, intimidation, familiarity, and so on. Then how can the auditor manage these threats when they arise? These will be examinable. Then we have quality control, and quality control is a key part of the exam. It's under practice management. How can we ensure that we have a quality audit, a good audit? How can we ensure that we manage resources while we are on the engagement? How can we ensure that at the audit firm, there is good leadership? How can we ensure that the team management is there? Who leads the team on a day-to-day basis? Who supervises the audit work? How would the audit work be reviewed before you go on to issue your opinion? All of this falls under quality control. Then we have the audit risk, key part of the exam, and there will often be questions on audit risk. Now, generally, we say that the audit risk is the risk that the auditor issues an inappropriate audit opinion when the financial statements are materially misstated. Now, what does this mean? Basically, it means that the auditor can give a wrong opinion. Maybe it's because the auditors have not been able to identify misstatements where they exist. Or maybe the auditors have not been able to plan their audit work. They have not used the right caliber of personnel on the audit. Or they have not been able to test well the controls at the organization. Therefore, they missed out on misstatements. Or they have not been able to test transactions, which give rise to the balances or the figures in the financial statement. And therefore, there is a misstatement. So audit risk is a big one, and we will have to look at it in more details in the videos. Then we have the internal control. Internal control also a key area. It will come up in the exam. Basically, we look at design of systems and procedures, and this system and procedures are designed to ensure that the organization achieves its objectives and goals. And these systems and procedures, again, would ensure that the financial statement we are preparing are true and fair. And again, this system will ensure that we are complying with laws and regulations. Who is in charge of these design of systems and procedures? We say management, or those charged with governance, directors of the company. Now, how do we come in as auditors? I earlier talked about audit risk. So there is what we call control risk as a component of audit risk. The control risk is that these systems or procedures designed and implemented by management fail to provide a true and fair financial statement, fail to achieve compliance with laws and regulations, and so on. So as auditors, we need to understand which systems and procedures are in place at the client. So we would have to document all the controls that are in place, then study them to see if the controls are working well. If they are not working well, then there could be risk of misstatement or non-compliance. That is how you look at it. So internal control is a key part of the audit activities. So as auditors, we have to test the controls. Then you have audit procedures. This should be our baby, without which we cannot obtain our evidence. So the procedures are the means through which the auditors obtain evidence. How the auditors will obtain evidence, very important, and you have to answer questions on this in the exam. Audit procedures. Audit procedures. And this is very popular with students. So we'll be looking at audit procedures in the videos, and also subsequently when we meet for the face-to-face. Then we have audit reporting. Audit reporting. Now, the output of the audit engagement is for the auditor to issue an opinion as to the true and fair view of the financial statement. And this opinion is in a report. And that report is what we call the audit report. Now, the report has a structure. There's a way the report is written. So a standardized report. And every firm must follow that template or structure in writing their report. You get to know that. Now, often students fail the exam not because of knowledge, but it's because they have not practiced enough questions to build on their exam technique and also time management. Practice, 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 practice until you are done with the exams. The other problem often is that many students see the audit as, any other paper that you can write English. No. Audit is a technical area. It's a technical paper. It has its own language, and you must learn to speak the language in your answers or your responses in the exam. It's not grammar. You must speak the audit language. That is what the marker understands. So let's take note. Now, the next thing I want to look at is the ACCA CB support resources. I have 3 links here. The first one takes you to how you can access the platform. The second one takes you to how you can access specimen exams. And the last one provides guidance on how you can practice with the spreadsheet and the word processor. So let me break this presentation and show you. I hope you can see my screen. So the first one takes you to the platform. And on this page, there are a number of videos I want you to watch between now and tomorrow. So the first video here is Introduction to Practice Platform. Look at it. Very short video. It takes you to how you can access the platform. Then there's another one on how you can use a blank workspace. Then how you can assign content to yourself. We call it self-assign. Then how you can manage your workspace. So as you're answering the question, how do you position your work area and then also the question area? You know, the screen will be split into 2. How can you maneuver your way between the 2 screens? Be the response area and then your question area. Then how you can use the scratch pad, especially for the multiple choice questions. Then the last one here, how you can access marking guides and sample answers. These are very short videos. It wouldn't take you a lot of time to watch them. Then when you go down, there is a PDF of the guidance that you can download and read subsequently. Then the next link takes you to a page where you can access specimen. Now on this page, there is a link here. So how do I access CB specimen exams? So this link, when you click on it, it takes you to the ACCA page where it will ask you for your ACCA number and password. And once you enter that, there are, I think, 1 or 2 steps you follow to get access to the platform. Then the last one, equally important, is offering further learning support. And the ones I want you to look at is this 2. This one says access the word processing exercise. So you click on it, it takes you to where you can access the exercise and practice. Then the next one is spreadsheet, how you can use a spreadsheet. The basic functionalities that are available that you can use in the exam. This takes you through that. Then there's another video support here which deals with how to cut, copy, and paste within the exam environment, and then how to insert table within the exam environment. So very useful links. So please ensure that you're able to use them. So I'm getting back to my slide to continue. On this slide, I have the exam entry deadline for June. The deadline is 1st May 2023, and the exam fee is £132. I checked this morning, it is £132. Please ensure you plan ahead of time to enter the exam. Don't wait until the last day. You might be frustrated on the last day because of system issues. Don't go for the late exam deadline. It's too expensive. All right. Then the event we often have after the exam results are released. The March exam results will be released on Monday, 17th April. Then we would have the event on 18th April, which is a Tuesday, just a day after the results. And it's an online session. What do we do? Basically, we try to engage you on the way forward after the results. So be it a pass or a fail, how do you proceed? What steps do you take? And so on. So please take note of this, and we'll be giving you notices subsequently. So this is the end of my slide. I want to go back and show you, but before that, let me ask, are we all familiar with the portal? Have you been able to access the resources on the portal? I mean, the Duke Williams Study Portal for Audit and Assurance. Have you all been able to access the portal?
Yes, I have, and I found it to be very user-friendly.
Okay, great. Great. All right. So, and please, let me just indicate this to you, because I've had these complaints a couple of times. The course materials in the videos, I have the PDF. So some of the videos I use PDF, I use Word document, not the PDF, but the Word version throughout. And these are summarized notes I have done myself. So you would find it as AA Tuition Worksheet 1 of 2. And then AA Tuition Worksheet 2 of 2. These are my main notes I have used. They are summarized notes I've used for the videos. In addition to this, you have these as slides. So note 1 up to 5. These are the course notes that are available for you, in addition to the tuition notes. I hope this makes sense. I mean, is it clear to you?
Yes, please.
Great. Yeah, Abdul. Please ask your question.
Oh, sorry, it's a mistake. Sorry.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So you can download the folder here, or if you like, you can download one after the other. Now you would find that I have spreadsheet of questions, and this is an offline template that you can use to practice questions. So in this offline template, there is a way you can type into a word sort of, which has been embedded in the spreadsheet. It's not too friendly, but you can manage it. And if you can't, you can open a normal Word document and then use that to practice the questions. Now, the last thing I want to highlight for you is the AA technical articles. All the topics you'll be covering, I mean, most of the topics, we have technical articles which have been written by the examiners. And these articles have been grouped according to the syllabus areas. So we have the syllabus area A up to E, and then we have a last one which talks about the multiple areas. I mean, all other related areas. So for instance, for this week, one of the topics you'll be learning is laws and regulations. Make sure you come back to read this article. Very interesting article. Then there are a number of them as you progress. So for instance, look at this. This is on audit risk and uncertainty. So look at it. Then how do you respond to the risk you have assessed? Audit working papers, internal control, audit of wages, and so on. So there are quite a number of them here. From time to time, I'll share links to these technical articles. And it means that anytime I share these links, I want you to specifically go there and read those articles. But on your own, don't wait for my link. Go to the page and see which technical articles are available on the topics you have covered. So this is where I'll end my presentation and invite questions from you. It can be on anything, maybe advice or anything you have heard, you want to clear your mind on. It can be anything. So the floor is open again. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Mommy, please go ahead.
Yes, please. I want to find out, are all the questions, the CBE exams, are they strictly CBEs, or you can opt for, should I say manual or something?
You mean paper-based?
Yes, please.
Okay. There are no paper-based exams. All ACCA exams are CBE exams. And you see, you only have to get familiar with the platform. The rest is application of knowledge. And if you ask me, with my years of experience teaching ACCA and delivering instructions, the best way to do exam is on the CBE platform. If you know all the functionalities on the exam environment, it's a superior platform to do exam. So don't be worried. Just take time, look at the videos I've shown you, use the links when I share the PDF, and then get familiar with the platform. You'll be fine.
Well noted, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Benedict, go ahead.
Okay, so I would like to also ask, on the day of the exams at the center, the CBE center, is it advisable that you have a pen and then maybe like a piece of paper to put down your thoughts or your answers in like on a form of like a scrambled something before you type on the word or before you type on the platform itself? That's my question.
If you want my honest answer, I'll say no. Don't put down your thought on your paper before you type. Whatever thought you have, put it in the response area, the word processor, and then you can refine it. Now, in the exam, you can be provided with sheets and pen. I mean, you'll be provided with sheets, not pen. You go into the exam with your own pen and calculator. Okay? Your own pen, your own calculator. As for sheet, you'll be provided with in the exam. But please, maybe it's just a point you want to note, but not write and then type. No. You don't have the luxury of time. Okay? So put all your thought in the word response option. Then you can refine it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Yes, Adam, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Like, if you're going to register for an exams, I've seen I've been on the portal and I've seen some changes, right? I see something like center and remote, right? Things like that sort. These are new to me. I don't know. Is there a way I could get some guidance around that?
Okay, so
like get some help and like I have seen that we have different centers in Ghana, Kumasi, Accra, Takoradi. Does the place you write the exam really matter? Like, does it really matter where you write?
If you see, the center doesn't really matter. What matters is your location, where you are, and where is closer to you. The ACCA exam is administered by the British Council, and they often go to carry out inspections before they certify these centers. So what I can say is that it is expected that the facility is fine, the machines or the desktop that you be provided with is working well, and you can write your exam. But not the remote. You see, the remote is where you want to write from home, but that I won't advise in our setting. I don't know if you get it, if you get me.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
All right.
Like,
any
are
other
there
question?
any specific challenges, or any reason why you want to recommend that? Like
the remote,
not right.
The remote.
Yes.
Your network have to be super. Your internet have to be super. You need to test your systems, and on a day of the exam, you need to have an external invigilator who will be on video monitoring you. So it's a process, and it takes a lot. You don't want to be psychologically distracted. You don't want to be psychologically distracted as you are writing an exam. And that option was used during the COVID era where there were lockdowns. But for now, once there are centers that you can go and write, that's better.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Mommy, is your hand still up, or it was from the earlier one?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. If there are no questions, I want us to end the session now.
Hello.
And yes, please.
Hello.
Yes.
I want to write FR and AA together. Would you advise this?
Why not? I'll advise this on the basis that you have the time to do both, and you can put in the needed work. The FR is, you need almost all the knowledge from the reporting to apply in the audit. So if you are doing both papers, it's super. You'll be able to understand the audit aspects better when you do both together.
Okay.
Yes. So the rest is for you to put in the work.
All right. Thank you.
Great.
Hello.
Mami, I see your hand is up. Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Please, I want to find out, does this mean like we wouldn't be meeting like we have met today again until April?
Yes, until the face-to-face. Now, you see, all the topics have been recorded. Everything has been recorded. And the guidance we give you is that these are the number of topics you have to cover within the week. These are questions you have to go through. Then there is an assignment. You do the assignment, I mark, and then we'll give you a feedback. There's a debrief. So there's nothing much to teach during a live session. However, where there is a need, a notice will be put that there will be a live session. All your questions that you have, from watching the videos, put them on the WhatsApp platform. I will address them. And that's the way we have been doing it. So there are no daily or weekly live sessions. Everything is being recorded. And once you have access to the portal, that is why we've said that you need a lot of discipline. It's not a classroom face-to-face session where the tutor is in front of you. This requires a lot of discipline from you to sit down and go to the videos. From time to time, you can contact me on any issue, okay?
Yes, please.
Great, great. Is that the last one? Okay. My final words, I want to assure you that as a school, and for me as a tutor, I have trust in the resources we have provided. It has always worked for us. It continues to work for us. It's for you to align yourself and follow our guide. It's for you to work hard to achieve this qualification. And trust me, it's a very rewarding qualification to have. Very, very rewarding. So let's put in the work, and at the end of the day, we'll all be happy. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your weekend.